can't perform what you don't practice. You're gonna always be chasing. It's always good to train next to someone that's faster than you, because then I'm faster than you. So if I just throw myself down, a lot of people train around people that they're better than. If you're the smartest one in the room, you're in the wrong room. I think I'm ready to do another one. Eating it too slow. Eat it faster, man. You don't eat chocolate slow in front of a salmon guy. I said, was that hard? And he's like, yeah. I go, is that harder than your games? And he said, here we go, me and this shorty. We're gonna have a race up those stairs. It's not much of a race because I'm gonna kick his ass. Yeah, if you follow some of the stuff that I do with my son, you see the benefits. These are the type of things. So this is one of them. So these stair runs, there's a way of helping them to get out. It's not giving them, you're getting out of them what's already in them, helping them to find that mindset within themselves. Ready to rock, son? Ready. In this case, this old man, what? Shut up. I can still elbow you, bro. I guess the lesson here as well is that I'm really angry. When you have kids that can beat you,
never try to race them.
You don't get angry. You're inside, you're celebrating. It's always proud moments when you see them score, try, win a game, get some prize or win a competition. It's beautiful. Now, not everyone's going to win in any endeavor. So I guess the message here is as well is that it's not about competing against everyone else. Use everyone as resistance to improve, but it's about your self-improvement. So anyways, this guy never used to beat me. Now he does. Let's go. Round 2.
You want to announce who won, I think?
Get out of the way. So, stair runs, it's easy, like 60 meters or so. And then you got the elevation. It's a good run. Is that our second one or our fifth one?
Our second. That's because you took so long talking to me.
Give you too long. Okay, I had to pause that to catch my breath. So they had about 4 minutes of catching my breath. So this time, whoever gets to the bottom wins. I'm a heavier rock, so if I just throw myself down, maybe I'll land here faster.
I think I'll go this. Not obviously one.
Shut up. Okay. I don't think I can do another one. That lactic acid.
What did you say at the start of the video?
I felt that one. As you can see, I was winning the first one. Slowed down up after the first set of stairs in the second round. I really felt it. The legs are just giving in. Movement's not fluid, it's just so stiff and slow, and your steps are lower, which is also risky of falling over. You don't want, I should have done it. I should have done it to win, but Cuba can't drive yet to take me to the hospital. So anyways, this is where the mindset kicks in. Usually
my kids are like, oh, that's it, I'm done. I can see it in their faces. I can see it in their body language. They're just like, they have this moping face. You know, like, I'm gone, I'm done, I'm spent. But I've done it for several years between Manea and Cuba. I've been pushing them now. A lot of people, I've got a video that I can show that one of his videos that Cuba is like pretty much gonna die at the end. But in that video, you'll see that he's pretty much done. But it was his last one. But he was done before. He was done before, probably the last two before that. But I pushed him for that I think it was their 10th run. And then I told them, but everyone else is gonna run a 10 run. You guys run 11 or something like that. I said something, I probably didn't say that, but I always push them to do that extra. And it's the same with here. That's why we do 11. We don't do 10. And if you're watching this, maybe you do 12, do 13, I don't know. But just do that extra. Now you have to start somewhere. So reaching your goals, making sure your goals are low enough for you to reach is also important. Don't raise them too high. Don't raise them in alignment with other people's numbers. Make your own numbers. Then you can start comparing later and see how far you are. But always get back to you and your PB, you know, personal best. I think I'm ready to do another one.
Wink, wink. Once I saw you wiped out, I just went.
Once you saw what?
You were wiped out.
I was wiped out. The words of this guy. Wiped out. Calves and hammies. Okay.
But it's not what, like, since I'm not sure, I can go a bit more.
Can't hear you, it's not from me.
But since I'm not sore,
Right, the
Anyway.
camera's not there. Here.
since I'm not sore anywhere,
Yeah.
I can go a bit faster.
Kids these days, they don't know how to listen. That's why these guys are lucky. To get one thing takes them 100 times, if that. Anyways, right there. Explain about your pain.
Since
what,
I'm not-
what do you feel? Go.
Since it's tired and it's not actually sore, I can go a bit faster because.
So it's not that tired. Okay. I think for most people, whatever age, old or young, like, you'll be tired. Part of the key is that this takes a while to get to that level where you're not that tired even after that kind of run. Now elite people is a different level. They can run up and down up and down that several times without feeling that pain that even he's feeling. I dare say Cuba's pretty much borderline with that elite level, but he's still young. So at this point, after running those double sprints, 2 of them, you're still not that tired. That's pretty good. So for me, not that you're asking, my thighs are gone. Breathing wise, yes, it's lagging and you do get that heavy breathing. Yes, I am a bit on the fat side these days, but it's okay, it's just chipping at it. So for me, I'm lucky because I get to be pushed by my son. Mentally, I hate losing. I hate losing more than I hate winning, and that's also another lesson. Don't just try and think of winning, think of the pain of losing. Use that to your advantage. Use that as your leverage, is what I was meant to say. Use that as your leverage, you know?
Me, you hate losing more than.
Yeah. I hate losing more than I like winning. So I think if you think of it that way, it just gives you another strategy to do better, because both of them is doing better. But if trying to win, you get overwhelmed and you think of the oneness of it, to beat everyone, I have to be that one. If you think of not losing, you kind of put yourself in the, what do you call it when you're underdog? you put yourself in the underdog title, you know. And when you're an underdog, you don't feel that same kind of pressure, but you still have the idea of potentially winning. I think being in that seat is a little bit easier to morph into than I'm the winner sometimes for people. So if you can't trick yourself to being that winner, trick yourself with the pain of losing, being the loser. So you can use both sides, okay? Regardless, they're both energies. I think Cuba's had enough rest, so I'm gonna get him to do another, how many? So we've done 6, so we'll do 5.
I'll just think about while I'm running.
While you're running?
Yeah, because
Nah, it's better to have that plan. Know what you're gonna do, because otherwise you'll like decide that, oh, it's alright, I'll rest on this one because I'm tired. But really, you should be thinking, nah, I can go another one. That's why I'd rather you do a 3 and then a 2, or a 2 and then a 3, so you can finish strong. Do a 2, and then we'll think about the last 3 later. Ready, set, spaghetti, go. Ah, he even knows the spaghetti. Ain't no fool, this kid. Don't slow down. You're being too easy on yourself. You're conserving. Don't conserve your energy. Spend it. Run it hard. Don't go soft. Don't go soft. There's always someone better than you. Imagine someone in front of you. Don't slow down. Gun it. Don't slow down. That's my job. I feel like you're conserving your energy, and this is why it's important that you're running with people who are good. This is why it's important that you find people better than you and run with them, because if you want to get better, you have to be pushed. If you run just by yourself, you give yourself the reason to slow down. Yeah, you give yourself excuses. You say that you got heaps of time. You say there's no one else around, so it's all good, I'll just chill. And so I feel like the first run you cruised a little bit. Yeah, you gotta run hard. If you're the best one as well, son, you always have to imagine someone better than you. You have to push yourself that way, okay? Otherwise, this is why you plateau. You need to imagine someone in front of you all the time. The next one, I want you to push. You should be spent by your second run. Okay, halfway up your second run now, you should be, that's where you start to drop, but that's where you also have to lift, okay? All right, I want you to do some quad stretches. Don't slow down, use it all. The energy is meant to be used. Yeah? There's always some left. It's stored in your mind and your deeper part of your body, but you got to push. If you don't push in the beginning, in the middle and the end, you can't guarantee yourself that success, yeah? Don't save it all till the end. Ready? Imagine someone beating you, Cuba. Imagine someone faster than you. Don't think of any pain in your body now, okay? Just think of getting there and back, there and back. Ready? Set, breathe, go. That's it, don't slow down, don't slow down. Even on those pads, push through to the next set. That's it, keep driving. Good. Coming down, smart stepping and get that breath relaxing again. Doesn't mean you slow down, that's why you smart step. Yeah? Now come. Push, don't fall. Your mind and your body has to be together so you don't trip. It's a rhythm. Keep up that beat, don't slow it down. You dictate the music. Keep that beat going, don't slow it down. Don't slow it down, son, don't slow it down. At this stage, you're just behind. At this stage, you're just behind. You're about 2 seconds behind. Go. Oh, he wants to go for the last one. And there's the reason why you're going to win that 2 seconds. There's the reason why you're going to be a second ahead. There's the reason why you're going to be 2 seconds ahead. Keep pushing, keep driving, straight technique. Keep breathing. Let the breathing take you there, each step. Don't slow down. Keep that rhythm going. Ta 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 ta. That's it. Knees there. And 3 seconds ahead. And dropping back 2 seconds. Dropping back a second. Come on. Good boy. And that's the way to put it on this. Well done. Well done. So when we're saying spent, let's correct the language here. Spend. Using the right words is key also. So we say spent as in, you know, you're gone, right? The real word that you should be using is investing, banking, yeah? Your own personal bank. You're putting into your own self, your own investment in your own self. You're stacking your health, yeah? Think of it as like stacking your wealth, but you're stacking your health, yeah? And every time you do these sessions, every time you have that extra run, every time you push yourself beyond your status quo, your number, you're stacking, you're building, you're depositing, yeah? You're depositing bit by bit by bit by bit. And you may not see it straight away, but others will. But the main person is for you to feel it, for you to see it, okay? Deservingly, you have the water, man. You know, like he could have easily just given up on that 10th and said, I'll have my rest now and then I'll do my 11th one, which is a single. But he knows, because he's done this many times, and I've played mind games with him too in these moments, right? In the past, he's probably been like, he's done his 10, come on dad, I've done my 10, right? And then later on, he got to the level of, all right, I'll do an extra one then, but that's after you had a break. But then when you have moments where you get schooled or you lost the race, and then, you know, he's even like even at his athletics, he was winning pretty much all the time in the 100 meters, 70 and whatever. And then he got through a phase where he lost, son? Yeah, you lost a couple of times. I feel like he's gonna say no, only once. So he lost, right? At least that once. And then I reminded him that, well, because you haven't been training lately, they've been using you, because they've been coming second and third and fourth all the time. They've been using you as the benchmark, and it actually helps them. But for you, because you're always ahead, you can't see anyone in front of you, so you don't have that drive. That's why it's important to always imagine someone in front of you, or find people who are in front of you and use them to draw you closer to your goal. So for Cuba, you know, he's had those moments where he's had to decide in his mind, you know, during the 10th one, am I going to do the 11th? And he's practiced it a fair bit now, where he knows, even though we're talking about it before, he knows he was going to do that 11th one together with his last 2. So he done 3. And now when he gets to the end, he's spent. But there's still some in him. If I said to him, bro, do another one, do a 12th, and you know, sometimes you need to find ways to encourage them. You need to find incentives. Don't give them chocolates and, hey, I'll get you McDonald's. Like, don't do that. Maybe say, I'll make you a nice breakfast. Avocado and eggs. I don't know. And sourdough toast. You know? Do something like that. But yeah, so anyways, hope there's been a few good tips and lessons here. You want to say anything before we jet skis?
No.
Are you sure, champion?
Yeah.
You're a champion, you know? Who's a champion? Who's a champion? Who's me? What's your name?
Cuba.
Cuba. Oh, he knows his name.
Okay, so we left where we were, but we have to head back and get some eggs. But anyways, I had a quick chat with Cuba just then. Basically, I asked him, how was that? You know, I said, was that hard? And he's like, yeah. I go, is that harder than your games? And he said, yeah. So, and it's true. If you train harder than your games, not that they get easy, but when times get hard, moments get hard in your game, where others will crumble, where others start to fall behind and, you know, fall apart, you're the one that will stay strong. You're the one that keeps it together because you've trained it. You've trained the mental and physical side of going through the idea of stopping or pushing forward. Yeah, like that's important. And so yeah, just remember to try and do training harder than your sport, your game, your event. So I've seen a lot of people they train casually. I've even seen boxers back in the days when I was boxing, and they would punch a bag for a whole hour, even 2 hours on a heavy bag. But that pace is not simulating how the fight is going to be, unless they're planning to fight for 2 hours, right? And just chip at it. Yes, chopping down that tree. Yes, staying, being resilient and building resilience and getting your fitness level up. But I can tell you now, if that guy was to sprint next to me, he will conk out in the first minute easy. So, just train for how you're going to perform, but train harder. Make your training harder. Yeah. If you're going to do 3-minute rounds, do 5-minute rounds. If you do 5-minute rounds, do 7-minute rounds or whatever. Do them longer. And if there's 5 rounds, 10 rounds or whatever, do 15 or 20. But don't go soft during the earlier rounds, then go hard later. Like, go hard in the beginning, in the middle, and the end. That's what makes a good story. That makes a good book. Okay? So you rather have that be your story where your beginning, middle, and the end is solid, and that's why people voted you to win, Anyways, that last part didn't really make sense, but it does, if you know what I mean. Metaphorically speaking, you win because you're the one that pushed forward. You're the one that drove when others gave up. Simple as that.
Now, I know I said don't give your kids all this chocolate and McDonald's and stuff, but this is important too, to understand what's happening here. So Cuba, his routine includes not eating sweets throughout the week, and he only can eat it when after he's played his game on Sunday. So he plays on Sunday. That's his routine. So his Sunday after his game is a really exciting moment for him because he gets to eat whatever he wants. So it's important to understand how to give them these sweets and desserts and incentives. Don't give it to them every day. After they train, don't give it to them. I had like $4.50 in my somewhere stashed away, but now this kid, I just gave it to him. What are you looking for?
I don't know.
Oh, it's over here. You fell for it again. You don't know. Too many options, mate.
This is what I was looking for.
You got me, not really. Come on, man. Don't waste my life here on a bloody picnic. Ooh, yummy. Alright. We're just gonna walk past my daughter's work there. Here we go, my daughter's work. Hi, Manea. Manea got so embarrassed. Oh yeah. Where's our car? Whoa, cheer, whoa.
There. Red more enjoyable. It feels even more better when you don't eat during the week.
You don't actually eat as much as you think you're gonna eat, right?
No.
Story there is Cuba's really enjoying this chocolate. I think you can see it. You can probably hear it. And this here you can smell it because I don't know what I eat. He's eating it too slow. You're eating it too slow. Eat it faster, man. You don't eat chocolate slow in front of a salmon guy. Get your ass whooped. This guy is so messy. That's the other thing. That's another thing. Getting your kids to fold their blankets and make their bed. Our situation is a bit different with our bedroom arrangements, isn't it, Cuba? We actually sleep on the floor. Us. I don't have a room. My room is the rumpus room, the playroom or whatever we call it. And yeah, we just put sheets on the floor, and we keep a good clean house. But we put sheets on the floor and we all sleep there. I mean, I sleep there. That's how I sleep. I like to sleep like that.
I always sleep with you.
And Cuba sleeps with me since the last 2 years at least. He's been doing a year and a half. He's been sleeping, a year and a half, not 2 years. Been sleeping with me in that room.
Ever since tiny. Like at
even there.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Most of the time. Though.
Yeah, sometimes you'll be sleeping with me. Yeah, so actually probably longer than 2 years, probably even 3 years. But yeah, he's been doing that with me, and the girls sometimes come in, like, you know, Manea and Havana. Kian sometimes comes, you know, he's a little baby. And sometimes I get him to come and sleep with me instead of to give mum a rest, good sleep. Because the kids usually wake her up in the middle of the night.
We punch him. Me and Kian.
Yeah, anyways, so that's not the story. The story is to make sure you get your kids to bloody fold their blankets, man, make their bed, clean their room, yeah, and then teach them not to make it messy so they have to clean it constantly, right? But anyways, keep themselves clean. If they can't clean their room, they can't organize themselves. Like, they need to know how to keep things organized. I even do something that with mine that they know now. When they put shoes, sometimes they don't, they forget it, but they know when I say, hey, put your shoes up straight, you know, put them straight, they know what I mean. And they line up their shoes like soldiers right next to each other. It can't be out, it has to be straight, you know. And it's not about being crazy and psychotic. No, it's about discipline. It's not about the straight shoe. It's about straightening out your life. It's about having, you know, standards. It's about having values. It's about having routine that you stick to these ways of life, creating the culture of how you live, the culture of your family. So if you can't get them to if they can't make their own bed, they're not going to do a whole bunch of other things in their life. And when times get hard, like, they're not going to be resilient enough, they're not going to be disciplined enough to go through it, to figure it out, to solve the problem. They'll just numb themselves from the pain, whether it's through silly things like drugs and shit like that, or just hiding away, saying no to opportunities, you know, just turning on their TV and going on their phone and closing their door in their room and just staying put without attacking and, you know, defending their own ground, their own life and living, you know. They stay reserved and not doing much, being safe, and, you know, yeah, they don't really live, they're just being.
I'm not gonna leave him, just
Why are you leaving me? Yeah, anyways, that's a lesson there. This guy's really bad at, like, he always makes a mess. Look at that, man. Look at the freaking mess. He's like a little baby. I need to get this guy a bib. It's his downfall, but I get it, and I just get him to work at it every time, because he does well at many other things, but he usually does stuff too fast sometimes, and that he just leaves him, you know, just rushes his food, rushes his dinner, and then he's out because he's thinking of rugby, aren't you? You're thinking of rugby, aren't you?
Was I training?
Your rugby head. Yeah, anyways, let's go make some breakfast.
Who's a champion? Who's a champion? Who's me? What's your name? Cuba. He knows his name. We out.